Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Music Tips and Reviews with JG. I'm gonna try to do this show every, Sunday and every Wednesday. So, I'm gonna try to keep this going. I think it's pretty cool to interact with, my subscribers, especially those that's, really into music, really into songwriting and producing. It's funny. I was watching an interview today. Rolling Stones YouTube channel. Metro Boomin and Timbaland. They was doing a talk conversation together. It's great to see them two together. A legendary producer and a up and coming legendary producer. I like the conversation. It's like Timbaland understood Metro Boomin and Metro Boomin understood Timbaland. So I thought that was a great conversation that they had. And if you want to leave a super chat, you want to leave a super sticker during this Q&A, feel free. If you have any questions as far as songwriting is concerned, feel free to leave a question and I'll get right into it. And so, like I said, saw this conversation, great conversation with Metro Boomin, and it's interesting because it does go along with as far as songwriting, even though they are both producers. In a sense, they are songwriters at the same time. Sometimes the producer has to kind of change words or fit words in order for the whole puzzle to make sense. The intent of a puzzle is to create a whole picture, and producer and songwriter has to work together in order to create that full picture. And also the engineer, shout out to the engineers. They have to be in there in order to sculpt the vision of the song. But it was interesting seeing them together. Timbaland was talking about how his big hits were created that he produced for artists like Missy Elliott, Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, and then Metro on his side, talking about the process he had with 21 Savage, Young Thug, James Blake. And it was interesting the advice or what Timbaland said to Metro as far as who to work with. I thought that was very interesting. And then Timbaland was talking about working with Jay-Z. He was talking about working with Jay-Z and how fast he worked, how he was like an almanac, the way he really put together those words, in those songs, like on Big Pimpin'. I know all of y'all saw, Dirt Off Your Shoulder. That was a great song, a great documentary as well, Fade to Black. But going into songwriting, songwriting is a huge part of the musical process. Without the lyrics, there's no song. And so the songwriter is a huge part. I think songwriters don't get as much recognition for what they do as far as songwriting is concerned. And so if you hop in and you have a question on songwriting, feel free to chime in into the conversation. Let me know your favorite songwriters, who gives you inspiration every time you hear them produce a song. Who gives you inspiration when you hear them songwrite on a song. And I would love to see it. Even if you watch this video later on, as a songwriter, who inspires you as far as a songwriter is concerned. We all have inspirations. They also say that history repeats itself. History repeats itself as far as melodies, as far as lyricism. you know History repeats itself. So it's interesting to see who inspired you as far as music is concerned. And so songwriting can be complex at times, and then songwriting can be simple at times. But like I said on the other video, the melody is king. So you can have the you can have the worstest lyric, but if your melody is strong, it can outweigh the lyrics. And I really want to talk on this songwriting Q&A about vocal expression. I believe vocal expression is a huge part of songwriting as well. To convey the lyrics of a song, you have to have great vocal expression. Vocal expression is very key to every song. Vocal expression. So if you want to chime in on this conversation, chime in. Vocal expression is very important. Feel free to leave a comment. If you have a question about songwriting, feel free. The part of songwriting I've had, difficulty with in the past was hooks. I'm incredible with verses. I can go in on verses, but when it came to hooks, it was hard to get to. But when you think about the purpose of a hook, it's to summarize the whole song. And so when you think of that, it's easier to think of. It's easier to think of a hook, but you just got to come in with that great melody in order to glue the song together. I feel the hook is like glue. It puts all the song together into a main thought, or a main topic. That's why I feel songwriting does as far as a song. And songwriting can determine if a song is a flop or a hit. It determines if it's a hit. You have great lyricism. Not every song has to be so poetic. Not every song has to be all poetic and stuff like that. Some songs is just simple and from the heart. Whatever you feel, that's what you put. Sometimes I get, you write for this certain artist, but as a songwriter, what you feel when you hear the music is what you feel. You can't fight what you feel when you're writing a song. The song might not sound like them, but they gave you the beat and you feeling it and you want to write to it because you might miss a special moment, with that music. You might miss a special moment with that music. And like I said, got super chat. What's up? The Black Tarantino. What's up? But songwriting is very important. Songwriting is very important when it comes to this music. And also Black Tarantino. Oh, okay. I seen the link. But songwriting is very important in the process of music. Songwriting is very important. And I'm gonna have my bro come up here and he gonna share his thoughts as far as songwriting is concerned. He gonna share his thoughts. If I can send him the link. I'm gonna see if I can send him the link right quick. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me know if you got the link. Steve, let me know you got the link. Yeah, let me know if you got the link. I just sent it to you. But yeah, be inspired by, just try to be inspired when you're songwriting. Be inspired by the greats. Be inspired by life. Be inspired by conversations that you encounter. You know, sometimes I hear a keyword people talk. Even on YouTube, they have things that they say, and it can come in your head like a light bulb, and you think about the word, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can use that. I can use that for a song title. I can use that for a lyric. You know, you never know where inspiration is going to come from. Like I said, send me a super chat, super comment, super chat. If you want to chime in this conversation, I would love to, hear your views on songwriting as well. So hopefully, my friend, he got the link to get up here. But again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Songwriting is kind of different these days. A lot of things is collaboration too. A lot of things is collaboration too these days. And cool, you got the link. You got the link. But yeah, a lot of things is collaboration these days. It ain't all about just one person. You can have a person write the hook. You can have one person write the hook, and then you have other people, somebody write the bridge, and you have somebody write the verses. It's kind of different these days. It's kind of different. But yeah. And now also Steve, let me know if you can get through. Let me know if you can get through. But yeah, like I said, see if he can get on. I would love to hear his input on songwriting as well. Um, Hopefully he can get uh, on this live to talk about songwriting as well. Hey, what's up, Steve? Yeah,
Good man. Sorry about that. I had to
yeah.
update the Chrome.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I hoping you could get the link. Yeah,
yeah,
it's kind of
yeah, man.
it's kind of breaking up at first.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, it's good now. Yeah.
can you hear
So,
me better?
oh yes, it's cool.
What's up, man?
And we talking, songwriting and stuff like that. Uh, discuss
Right.
what you feel. It's a good process as far as songwriting is concerned.
Um, First, just having a concept, having a mindset on the subject that what you want to talk about, and most of the
Yeah.
time, it's with experience, something you're going through at the moment, or you're going with the sound of how of the music.
Yeah.
and the music will tell everything need to be, because sometimes um people will write a song even about somebody else that's
Yeah.
going through something, or but a lot of times the sound paints the color of the subject, or what it is. But
Yeah.
usually it's just a concept. It's like something that um a title or a
Yeah.
melody, and then you just build upon that. But a lot of times it's with the emotion and the sound of the soundtrack or the beat.
Yeah. 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 And when I songwrite, sometimes, well, most times, you want to think of that topic or you want to think of that hook, like
Yeah,
what you want to talk about. When you
right,
hear like a minor chord or you hear like a kind of dark chord, you think of something.
right.
You just think of certain moments. Like with
Hmm.
me, like I listen to somebody talk, and you've been around me too. Like I hear somebody
Right,
talk, and I think of a key word from what they said, and I was
right,
like, oh,
right.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
we can go with that. As far as a hook,
right.
something like that. Yeah,
You you know what the amazing thing about it is that songs are always being written each and every day. And a lot of
yeah,
times we don't even pick up on it. It's like you can see somebody's t-shirt and a song's being written. You can see a bumper sticker. You can hear uh see an IG post or somebody make a comment. There's always a song being painted. Gratitude, something you're thankful for. Everything. Life is just like how they say life is a soundtrack. Life is
yeah,
songwriting.
yeah,
Life is a
yeah,
song itself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
And yeah, and it
yeah,
made me think of the story when JD was working on Confessions, and he was
right,
talking about when he was thinking about Confessions, the part one, and
yeah,
he was talking about how he couldn't think of no words, so he was like, shoot, I'm gonna drive down LA, and he saw Melrose, and he was like,
wow,
I was with my ex girlfriend or something like that,
yeah,
and the whole song came to him as he was driving, and
sheesh.
you can grab inspiration from anything. Everything
Yeah,
is inspiration as
every
far as music.
right. It's amazing because it's like you know how they say the answer is right there. Hey,
Yeah.
hold on right quick. Can
Okay.
I tune back in?
Okay. Cool.
I'll be
Cool.
right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, and he's true. Inspiration can come from anywhere. You know, you can get inspiration from uh being around your family. You have situations in your family. It don't always have to be a good. It don't have to always have to be a good time. Sometimes you grab you grab it from bad times that you go through. It's not always you don't always write about peaches and cream, good times, but sometimes you think about those times where you were down, and you think about the feelings that you had, you know and you grab from those, things. And I feel you just gotta grab information from all types of areas, but again, I appreciate Steve for coming up here. If he can't come back up here, I understand. I know he's busy, but yeah, it's crazy. How you can how songwriters, us songwriters, we get these melodies, we get these lyrics, and we have to put it together for a complete thought. You know, like my top songwriters is like Diane Warren, uh, Stevie Wonder, Burt Bacharach, all great songwriters that have created great hits, great songs. And so uh, yeah, it's a great conversation. As far as songwriting is concerned. Um, and hopefully, I have more guests up here as far as songwriting Q&A. Some great songwriters I know. I may have them up here on. Like Steve, he's good at songwriting as well. It's good to have him up here. But yeah, we've worked together in the past on music, and so hopefully we'll work together again on music as well. But songwriting is an art. It's like painting a picture. It's like an artist painting a masterpiece on a piece of paper. It's the same thing. And so yeah, we have to grab inspiration from all types of places. And so if you have a question, leave a comment. You can leave a super chat if you want to. So again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for watching. Um, and yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. And again, if you have any questions as far as uh, songwriting, feel free to send a message, send a chat, a super chat, or a super sticker. If you want to support this channel, because we all in it together as far as music creatives. We all in it as far as music creatives. We can't. Uh, we have to seek inspiration from other people. Uh, collaborate. Songwriters collaborate with producers, and producers collaborate with songwriters. You have to find that team. You have to find that good team that you want to collaborate with, and go from there. You gotta find your team. You gotta find that group that has your sound, that match your sound, match your energy. As far as songwriters concerned, and like I said, feel free to leave a chat. If you have any questions about songwriting, um, a lot of times we get writer's block. A lot of us get writer's block, and we can't think of things at the moment. Sometimes you gotta step away. You gotta step away for a moment. you know, you gotta step away because you don't want to force. You don't want to force it. You know, you don't want to force uh, creativity sometimes. So it's a lot of people on YouTube, they talk about, especially famous songwriters. They're like, I thought of this, in 15 minutes. And you get kind of discouraged because you like, I can't think of nothing. I can't think of nothing that fast. Can't think of, yep.
Sorry about that, man.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I know you're busy.
What no,
Like I
what were
told
you
the people.
what
Yeah.
no, appreciate it.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you were talking about, man?
Oh yeah. Oh well, you was up here. We was talking about JD. And we was talking
Right,
about
yeah.
getting inspiration from
You,
uh, other people or people things around you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say something else. And music's
Yeah.
so powerful. You even had now check this out.
Yeah.
And you know the story. R. Kelly writing um that song. I'm not gonna say the type H, yeah,
Oh yeah.
and Genuine taking the line that was in that
Yeah.
song in those
Oh
jeans
no, James. Yeah. And made a hit.
and
Yeah.
made a song. Like that's how powerful a song is. Like you can find a song within a song.
Yeah.
There's songs that inspire other songs.
Yeah. 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 And that happens a lot. Uh, I think Jim L.A. Reid, he said as far as on bended knees, he said
Yeah,
that he he said that one of the songs he created, I think it was Sweet November or something like that, but he
yeah.
said part of that he feel like Jimmy Jam took for on bended knees, like the melody.
Wow.
But I don't know if that's true, but yeah, it's I think a lot of people in the industry, they kind of get inspired by each other, you know.
Yeah, like matter of fact, what's the song? We have something in common.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, and then you have uh Give You My Heart.
Oh yeah.
Uh kind
Uh,
of it I
Babyface.
don't know. Yeah, I'm not going it kind of sound a little it don't
Yeah.
really sound the same, but it's like it feels like there's inspiration drawn from
Yeah.
each one. I mean,
Yeah. And I feel that's what we missing in this music industry these days is competition, like healthy competition.
Right.
Cause, cause I was just
Cause
watching I was just watching an interview with Metro Boomin and Timbaland, and
yeah.
he was talking about how him and Pharrell, they used to kind of compete because they was like right near each other in Virginia Beach, and
Right.
so
Wow.
Pharrell, like Timbaland, like asked Pharrell what they working on, and
Uh
he
huh.
heard the beat. He was like, "Oh, I gotta work harder, on my
Right.
beat." And he said
Yeah.
he'll go to New York and he'll hear Jay-Z give it to me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is time right here.
Right.
This is run right here." So you know,
And that's why you got the dirt off your shoulders.
oh yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like, yeah, I mean, but and it see it brings the best out of the producers and the songwriters.
yeah, yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like running and you got somebody that runs just as fast, if not faster, but it pushes you to like you still have more to run. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that. And yeah, the competition keeps everybody on point. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't have that, it's
yeah,
easy to just let things flow and not challenge yourself to find something that's new that you didn't think you had to create more music. You know, that's why you
yeah,
can go back to songs and be like, you know what? This sounded good, but if I was to take this same song now, I
yeah.
would have added something to something
Hmm.
now. I would have definitely upgraded it. Everything is an upgrade. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then going with that, as far as melody,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I feel like melody is very important. I feel melody is even more important than the lyrics
Mm,
because you can have a okay lyric,
yeah.
but if the melody is strong, you
Yeah.
know, and
Look.
I feel like as far as Babyface, like
Yeah.
his lyrics won't like
Yeah.
all clever and
Right.
poetic, but this the melody which that made it good. Yeah,
See, and the reason and that's powerful because guess what? You got people who know the song but don't know all the lyrics, but they know the
yeah,
melody. That's why
yeah,
people hum stuff.
yeah,
They say stuff because it's catchy. It's about that melody. If you know the
yeah,
melody, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? For real, not saying that the lyrics ain't important, but
yeah,
the melody is the foundation because that's when you don't know the lyrics, you know the
yeah,
melody that goes to the lyrics.
yeah, yeah. And they did that a lot. That it's crazy. They did that a lot in the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so many songs where the song and the lyrics it is somewhat didn't match. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like for example, "Saving All My Love for You" for Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
In the lyrics, she's talking about having an affair with a man that's already in a
Right.
relationship.
Yeah.
And for years, we didn't know what the song was really about, but we knew the
Wow.
melody. We
We
knew
need a right.
because the melody was so strong, we didn't even think of it as a
Right.
bad song.
That's why you had those IG posts and interviews. And you said, I didn't know that. You know, I
Yeah,
didn't know it was talking about that, or I didn't know the story behind, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
just like, for example,
yeah,
the Neo song, Because of You. I
yeah,
didn't know it was something else. Now,
yeah,
you
yeah,
could revert that to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what he's talking about on a, more so like on a surface topic, but the
yeah,
depth of the song, the true meaning behind it is not that. Just like Rick James, Mary Jane, he's actually
yeah,
talking about the drug, but he's
yeah,
referring to it as if it's a woman because
yeah,
a woman can make you feel like you're on drugs when you're with her because love is a drug.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
I like the cleverness behind it, but you're right, that melody is so powerful, man.
yeah. And it's like Secret Lovers, Atlanta
Yeah.
Star.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's like the melody is so pretty, but it's like they are secretly lovers.
So
They
I'm gonna
they in love
I'm
with
gonna tell you
somebody
something.
else.
I'm gonna tell you something. everything from gospel, even the hymnal like Amazing Grace, when
Yeah.
they would sing and then they would start humming it and stuff like that. You know when you hear like somebody say like, I just want to just hum it, because that's the it's the sound, it's the tone. Like, it's once
Yeah.
again, it's the foundation. It's the very thing that it's so powerful that, let's just say that I can't ho- yeah, yeah. Go ahead. It's so powerful that, sorry about that. It's so powerful that, let's just say if I couldn't talk or I couldn't say anything at the moment, I was sick, but I can respond with the
Hmm.
music because I can hear it through the ears. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that. I can blink my eyes. I can,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Lean back
Yeah.
and forth because of the melody. The
Yeah.
melody will be there because, check this out. That's why you have, shout outs to your project. Y'all go get the fall EP.
Hmm.
You can also have the instrumentation, the
Yeah.
instrumental.
Yeah.
What, remember when songs had the edit radio version, and then they
Oh
had
yeah.
the radio, and then they had the
Yeah.
instrumental?
Yeah. Like the wall. Yeah. Walmart.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah.
why people, they'll
Yeah.
take your song and they'll do like a jazz cover,
Yeah.
a violin cover or something like that, because of the melody. They're giving the credit to the melody before we
Oh, it's
as
kind of
if,
breaking up. Oh.
oh, oh, my
Oh, it's
bad.
breaking.
we
Oh,
we
you
want to
back now.
appreciate
Yeah.
the, okay, sorry, we want to appreciate the lyrics by
Yeah.
complimenting the melody first,
Yeah.
because the lyrics can be a substitution for anything, but that
Yeah.
melody stays.
Yeah. Yeah. The melody. Yep. Yep. You're right about that. And yeah, it's crazy today. I was listening to all the things your man won't do instrumental
Right.
while I was driving. And I was
Yeah.
like, it's just like going, talking about production as well.
Right.
How
Right.
powerful production was
Yeah.
back then as well. I
Right.
know I seem like an old person, but the production, back then could stand by itself. Like you didn't really need, uh, you know,
I'm gonna
lyrics.
tell you something.
Yeah,
The production uh was about the craft.
yeah,
Robert Glasper said something about, you can have a talented, there's a lot of talented people. He said, but if you can read notes and stuff,
yeah,
there won't be no ceiling, in other words. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So when you can take the notes that you've learned and fuse it with listening by ear and just the sound of the emotion, it takes it to another world. And that's why people can take your song and make it their version, but still it won't be the original without the originator. But
yeah,
it's a compliment to it
yeah,
because they're adding their touch. It's no different than you making cheesecake and you invented the cheesecake and somebody says, well, dang, okay, let me add some cinnamon to it.
mm-hmm.
Let me remix it. But the foundation is the cheesecake that was made by the originator.
Yeah,
I'm just signifying my gratitude towards it. And that's how it
yeah,
is with music,
yeah,
especially the
yeah,
melody.
yeah, 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 and yeah, it's just um, every song don't has to be uh, positive. Some songs,
Nope.
when you go into I was thinking about Troy Taylor. He was talking
Mm-hmm.
about creating Trey Songz Ready album, and
Right.
he made the best music when he was going through. He was going
Wow.
through he was going through a
Wow.
divorce at the time,
Yeah.
and he put that pain into creating that
Right.
album, and it was a success. You don't always have to be in the
Yeah.
positive mindset.
Mary J. Blige
Yeah,
does her best records when she's sad.
yeah, my
And
life.
the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
my life. And the thing
yeah,
about it is that um when you're going through stuff, not that it's not necessarily controversy per se, but in a sense it is because think about it. We respond to the news. The news have more sadness and heartache and pain more than anything. That's what we see. That's what gets our attention. That's what gets the views, right? Every
Yeah,
now and then you might see something good, but for the most part, it's stuff that's sad and bad, right?
yeah,
But it it's it brings out the realness
yeah,
because it
yeah.
lets you know that okay, my life is not peachy because I'm gonna go through stuff. Think about if you're always showing something positive, that's
Mm,
good. But at the same time, it's also not showing everything about you because there's times where you're not going to always feel
mm-hmm. Yeah,
in a good mood. You're not going
yeah,
to, we're going to go through things. But a lot of times, we want to show just the good side of things and not the bad side of things, not knowing that the bad side of things actually brings out the best
yeah, yeah,
out of not only people situations but yours, but it makes everybody better. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So music does that because when you have Mary J. Blige's sad songs, then when you see the good songs, it's like you could see the transformation, but at the same time
yeah,
you could also see her growth as an artist and
yeah,
her lyrics.
yeah.
For music. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's yes, it is that way sometimes. It's like when she has the happy music, people are like, it's okay. But
yeah,
when she go back to, like, for example, she went through a good moment. She went through growing pains, where she was talking about,
right,
I'm just fine. All these
right,
happy music, and then when she
yeah,
went to strength of a woman,
right,
that's when that's when she had those hits again. And
right.
shout out to Darian. I see he just came in here,
What's up,
and
Darian?
yeah, let me know if you want to get up here uh, and join the conversation. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I thought of something you said something, but I forgot what it was. But
Okay.
what's your who's like your favorite songwriters that inspires you?
um so I used to listen. Oh, I still listen to the intro from
Okay,
back in the day.
I knew you
And
gonna
Kenny,
say. I knew you gonna
I was
say
gonna
him.
say that.
Yeah, yeah. What's his name?
um,
Kenny.
Kenny Green,
Okay, okay.
Kenny Green. He wrote my not my life. He wrote Love Without a Limit,
Yeah,
reminiscing.
yeah.
Um, another song for Mary J. Blige. But
Okay.
anyway, he talked about songwriting. He said that songwriting should not be something you think about all day. He said
Yeah,
it should be you should get a good producer and have a nice vibe and go and just vibe with it. He said that's what we did. He said we vibe with the producer in the studio
yeah,
and he said they came out with Love Thing, I think like in an hour. And he's
yeah,
and the other people in the group wrote too, but they even admitted, they said but he wrote a little bit faster. And he says in the industry, if you can write faster, you
yeah,
know what I mean, like that, the more people will get you because
yeah,
about the time and everything. But he
yeah,
said songwriting should not be this process that takes forever. He says you go if you can go with a vibe with things.
yeah, yeah. Darren,
So
Darian said that boy love intro.
yeah, man, man. Oh yeah, probably because I posted a lot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why I like intro because he has a certain style
yeah,
that cadence to the beat, like hip hop and
yeah,
merging into R&B, like What You Gonna Do Without My Love.
yeah,
And there was a remix that Teddy Riley produced,
yeah,
but it's like the way that the lyrics flow with the beat. It's like it's just a vibe flow.
yeah,
Um but
yeah,
uh but I
yeah,
just I don't know, man. Like
yeah,
I just that's I mean, he's number one. And
yeah,
of course R. Kelly.
yeah, yeah,
R.
yeah.
Kelly,
I guess we can say his name now because
Yeah, we can say
everybody,
his name.
everybody's saying like R. Kelly. You know, you can't argue with it. So
I was talking to my girl about it, and I said, I'm gonna tell you something. Um, R. Kelly has influenced artists that we listen to now.
yeah,
Artists that you've been listening to. So if you're going to take away R. Kelly, you have to take away the songs from other artists that he wrote from. Other
yeah,
artists, check this out, that were influenced by him.
yeah, yeah. You're right.
Artists that check this out, artists that are no longer here.
Yeah,
That the song still lives on, even though they're
yeah.
gone. Like You're Not Alone.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's still yeah. I'm gonna try to send this link to
Oh,
Darren
go
right quick.
okay.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, he was influenced by, you know, people say Aaron Hall. You know.
I'm gonna tell you something. When his first album,
Yeah,
you could tell he was influenced by Aaron Hall. But I'm gonna tell you what he did though.
yeah,
He was influenced, but he just took off with it. Like he
yeah,
made it his own. Like that's the thing about R. Kelly. R. Kelly, and now check this out. Remember when he wrote "You Are Not Alone"? This is what
yeah,
R. Kelly did. R. Kelly didn't write from a perspective like, okay, you can hear Mike when you hear Michael Jackson, but you can hear R. Kelly because
yeah,
Michael Jackson,
yeah,
he's trying to get Michael Jackson to sound like him. He did it the other way
yeah.
around. He said, if I was Michael Jackson, and he sung like
How? Yeah, he sung it like yeah, he sung it
so
like him.
so so just like so just imagine when you listen to like Fortunate,
Yeah, it
he's
don't sound like
sounding
R.
like
Kelly.
Maxwell.
Yeah,
But how you know how it's R. Kelly too
yeah,
is how he cadence that he never left his sound though. When
yeah,
you hear other artists like he sounded like other artists, but his sound, you know it's from
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
only thing he did.
Cause all these years I didn't know R. Kelly wrote that song
Me
until I
either.
was in my 20s. Yeah,
Right. Me either.
yeah, yeah. I didn't know he did that whole Casey and JoJo Life the soundtrack.
see,
So
and I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? I'm still learning like stuff that he wrote or remixes he's done. Like he
yeah,
did Bump and Grind. He did so many remixes. But not
yeah,
only that, even remixes we talked about, the Janet Jackson remix. Like that's still
yeah,
like if you listen, like just the sound, he has a certain sound
yeah,
that it's just dang, like it's crazy. But that
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't condone anything, but I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
something. Your the artist you listen to, I don't care who it is.
yeah,
Don't look at their lifestyle because if you look at their lifestyle, you're gonna be disappointed.
yeah,
That's why you don't put your confidence and hope in people. You appreciate the gift that God has given them
yeah,
because it's still a gift at the end of the day.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this dude, I would go to my grandmother's church, and after church, people was listening to happy people.
Mm-hmm.
People was playing
Yeah,
you I Believe I Can Fly. People was playing
yeah.
all them songs. You Save Me.
You say yeah. Everybody praise dance to that song.
Right. Um,
Yeah. And
cause
Darian,
you
let
gotta
me.
understand art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Darian, let me know if you got the link too. I just sent it to you. Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
you gotta understand something. When you listen to R. Kelly's music, regardless of the subject and everything like that,
Yeah.
you could tell that R. Kelly. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I might get some flack for this, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. You can tell he has an anointing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like,
I
cause
th-
think about it. He has an anointing. He
yeah.
he he. Go ahead. What do
Yeah,
you
he
want to
got
say?
it.
Cause
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
he got a gift. Yeah, he got a
he
gift as
got it.
far as that. Uh like say for instance Babyface, I don't see him really singing gospel.
No, no.
I think he's
And
anointed to do R&B.
you're right. Right.
Yeah.
And then you got people that are anointed to do gospel, but are doing R&B.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got people, like for example, Dave Hollister.
Yeah.
Dave
Yeah.
Hollister. That's why Dave Hollister has two gospel albums right now, because he has an anointing. Kelly
Hmm.
Price, Faith
Yeah.
Evans.
Yeah.
Faith Evans was she loves the Clark sisters, and I know other people too that
Hmm.
she inspired too. But you can hear the anointing, like you said, there are people that are just that has that R&B. Luther Vandross.
Yeah. 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 He just he made for R&B, and even people, even artists, that sing gospel, they sound like Luther in some sense, like Darwin Hobbs. He sounded like
Oh, and
Luther.
did a song, and I'm not gonna lie, the song
Yeah.
was lit. Like
Yeah.
he added some things to it, but once again,
Yeah.
Luther
Yeah.
Vandross sung it first, and he sound just like him.
Yeah.
Um, Now Will Downing, that's another artist that I appreciate. He's probably one of my favorite singers now. Like
Hmm.
I still like Tank is still one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight,
Yeah.
but Will Downing, he got that baritone, but you can clearly see the influence. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? He has that
Yeah.
Luther Vandross. I mean, I know Jaheim too has the
Yeah.
Luther Vandross too, but Will Downing like especially, but he has more of like a baritone.
Yeah.
And he even did Superstar. He did for
Yeah.
Superstar on his album. So
Yeah. Yeah. And then and then what you like you saying, going back to songwriting,
yeah,
like I said earlier, you got to find that good team, you know,
yeah,
who like songwriting, who can deliver my song the best, as far as a songwriter. And
Babyface can write a song.
so it's just it's just you have to find that they was fighting over the song "Girlfriend" for Pebbles,
Yeah,
Pebbles back in the day, and they was
yeah.
about to give it to Vanessa Williams, but they gave it to Pebbles.
Oh,
But
shout
I
outs to
think it was
her.
more,
Shout outs to her.
yeah, yeah. So I think it was more of a light thing, like like
Well,
Ellie Reed, like Vanessa Williams, but
well, you
it
you
was
heard
it
the
was
story. Well, you heard the story. Which I forgot which Tony Braxton song.
yeah,
Uh, but no, Monica song. It was a
yeah.
Monica song that was going to go to Tony Braxton.
Oh yeah,
Somebody was
before
trying.
you walk out my life. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But you know, and no doubt she would have delivered. But it's no different than Anita Baker. Um, Having those original songs that Tony Braxton, it became Tony Braxton's. And now people see why Tony Braxton,
yeah,
that was the songs for her.
yeah,
Because I mean, it brought out her range.
yeah,
Um, it showed a maturity
yeah,
um at that time for her.
yeah,
It's just it's certain song it shouldn't be about favoritism, but at the end of the day, it should be about the connection between the songwriter and the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that at that
yeah,
time.
yeah. And going, you still there?
It's
It
the
look like it
chemistry
froze a
and
little bit.
yeah,
Oh,
it's the chemistry
okay.
and that's why you have songwriters who continue to write for certain artists
Yeah,
in their
yeah,
next
you.
projects because of the it's no different than Jagged Edge and JD. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
JD producing and stuff. Like, remember they had a moment when JD wasn't on a project, but then they came
yeah,
back and it was like they realized, no, we need JD. Like, come on now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I hope
Same
they
with
get back with
songwriting.
JD. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Y-
yeah,
They need to
yeah,
because it's just like Usher and stuff like that. I mean, like that chemistry, JD, Brian Michael Cox, you know what I'm saying? B Cox,
yeah,
that like you have to keep it's you have to keep the team. You know what? I'm a this is not music related, but I'm gonna give you an example. It's like this latest project, the Beetlejuice 2, and
mm-hmm.
the director and producer was the director Tim Burton,
Yeah,
and he has Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito. In this, well, DeVito's in this movie and Michael Keaton, but
yeah,
they've been working since 1989.
Yeah.
Up to
Yeah.
now. He even
Yeah.
did he remade the Dumbo movie. He did
Hmm.
his version of it. And he still had Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito
Yeah.
because of the chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the
Yeah.
same thing with songwriting.
Yeah. If it don't break, it don't try to fix it. If it's already if it's a winning, a winning thing. So Darian is up here. What's
What's
up,
up,
Darian?
man?
What's
Chilling,
up?
G.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
going back to your question, Darian, I saw you put in the comments. How do you battle writer's block?
Oh,
Uh,
that
yeah. Yeah.
was what I was going to ask too.
Yeah. Uh, well, the way you battle writer's block, sometimes you got to step away. Like some people say, oh, it depends. Like if you have a deadline, like if you're working for somebody, as far as songwriting, I'll say, try to be as creative as you can, but don't try to force it. People force, you know, people
You
force lyrics, stuff like that. Yeah.
you you know when Babyface was telling Whitney Houston to do the shoot
Oh
better,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I think she was like what, like at first or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
but she realized like it went like sometimes the best responses is just humming something or just saying something twice.
Yeah.
And like you said, it shouldn't be forced anything, but I do think writer's block is a channel of creating something unique that you normally wouldn't say. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? On a track.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, for me, just as creative, I think our biggest battle is between music mind and the consumer, the regular consumer mind,
Yeah.
because
That is
they
a
can't.
battle. Yeah.
Mm.
There's a level where they can digest, and then
Yeah.
there's a different level where it's like, you know what I mean? With that,
Yeah.
everybody can, you know,
Yeah.
can
Digest. Yeah.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like, how do you get past that? That's always been my biggest battle. Like,
Yeah.
I'll
And
make something and be like, and it makes sense to me,
yeah.
but to them, they were like, man, what is this?
Yeah. It's like R. Kelly said. Sometimes the silliest line he'll
Right.
put it down because he feel that because that goes along with when you songwriter you always have to have that memorable line. That's the
Right.
key to great songwriting. And
Right.
Jay Valentine from R&B Money, he said he
Mm-hmm.
was in the studio when Babyface was creating "These Are the Times"
Mm.
uh, for Drew Hill, and in the line where Babyface told him to say swallow you up like Reese's Pieces." That
Yeah.
line,
Yeah.
Jay
I remember that.
Valentine
Yeah.
told, yeah, Jay Valentine told Babyface that was whack. But he
Wow.
told Jay Valentine, he was like, you always have to have a memorable line
Wow.
that's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy, but people remember.
Wow.
And that's
Yeah,
I think that's my biggest thing because I'm always trying to be fake deep,
yeah.
and especially in
I,
the
I had that
lyrics.
problem sometime too. Yeah,
And then I be
What'd
like,
you say?
okay. So sometimes I be trying to be deep, but it's
yeah,
not
Oh,
necessarily. Some songs are just not meant to be. You know what I'm
yeah,
right.
saying? It just be the simplest things, and people will just go with it, which is
yeah,
kind of
Right.
like, and it's like, man, I want to separate myself from these other guys, but at the same
yeah,
time, it's like sometimes you
yeah,
just got to make something that they could just feel at that level,
Right.
you know?
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. It's difficult, you know, being our age now. We've been through different decades. We've been through
Right.
decades where the music was somewhat simplistic, but at the same time
Yeah.
complex.
Right.
And then around the early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
we went through an era where songs may have been, like poetic, like coming from Neo. You
Right.
know, his imagery
Right.
was just crazy.
Yeah.
And we at a time now, it's like up and down. But
Yeah.
I feel if you stick to what you're good at, that's what
Right.
I've learned. If you
Yeah.
stick to, some people may say dumb it down or do this and that,
Right. Yeah.
but you as a songwriter, you are you as a songwriter.
Right.
You no one else as a songwriter. So what you contribute is what people like. It's like Briar's ice cream versus Bluebell ice
Yeah.
cream. You like Briar's ice cream for a certain taste.
Right. Right.
So that's how
Right.
you have to look at it.
You
But
gotta right.
yeah,
But like you said, you have to like even if somebody don't like it, you have to if you like it. That's what it is all about because that's why people respect the artistry
yeah,
and rock with you because it's something that you like. It doesn't
hmm,
mean that everybody's going to like everything you do, but at the same time, a lot of
yeah,
times that opens up more understanding to like the things you do because they may have to listen to it over and over again till like what you say, like the song grows on the person. Then you could be like, okay, I real like what Jay Valentine said, and now he could see why, you know what I
yeah,
mean, it was so memorable.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
when I listened to that part, I mean I thought it went well with the song. I didn't say,
yeah,
oh, Reese Pieces. What?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
no,
And
but
then
like
and then sometimes you gotta compromise with the artist. You know, sometimes the
yeah,
artist may say, "Can you switch this, switch that?" But
true.
you
Right,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
most of the time, the artist wants you because they love what you do. They love
Right,
your
exactly.
taste. You
And you
know,
know, it's
Right.
funny. I didn't even know that Babyface even wrote that song.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Yes, sir.
normally with Babyface, you can pretty much tell when he writes stuff.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because they all try to like sound like how he would sound on the song.
yeah,
But
Right.
yeah,
you can't
yeah,
tell that with Drew Hill because Drew Hill is so churchy and eclectic.
yeah,
So it's
Right.
like
yeah,
I would have never thought that he would have wrote
yeah,
that. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Right.
Yeah, he doing that song when he do his you know, he do his show, Babyface do his show, and he do the
Yeah.
songs that he wrote. Yeah,
Right.
he's doing that song now. He adding that song to it. These are the
Wow.
times. But yeah, it's
But
crazy. Yeah,
now that I hear the way it was put together, I said, oh yeah, no, these are Babyface chords.
yeah,
So yeah,
Right.
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know he did Never Let You Go for Faith Evans.
Mm.
He wrote that too. And that's when Damon Thomas from Underdogs and him they was on
Yeah.
the run. They was on the run then because he did These Are the
Shit.
Times.
Mm.
Damon Thomas, yeah, yeah. So, and you know that song was for Shanice at first. Never Let You Go because Damon was working on
Wow.
it. Yeah, I think y'all
Yeah, that's
froze.
I
right.
heard you ask about your favorite songwriters. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fred Hammond might be like my top two
Yeah,
as far as like
Well, you talking about
favorite.
gospel? That's oh, well,
yeah,
I like Fred Hammond, but John P. Key as well.
yeah, yeah.
It's just with like running back to you is probably like my favorite gospel song of all time.
Oh
Yo,
yeah.
that's
And
come. Don't go. Don't you know? I'm gonna tell
Commission.
you something. Don't go. Don't talk about no commission. Don't talk. I'm gonna tell you something. I was listening to Commission back
Yeah,
in elementary, and just now listen to like R&B artists talk like 112, Brahmin Knight. Like I started to realize, okay, now I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Jagged Edge even took you know what? I'm gonna tell you what they do. Brahmin Knight, if you look at some of Brahmin Knight's song titles,
yeah,
it's some of the same song titles as Commission.
hmm, yeah,
Jagged Edge even did that too. Like you know the song on Commission, I'm right here, which I didn't know until
yeah,
you I forgot. I think you was telling me.
yeah,
But or video I saw with Dark
yeah,
Child when he took
yeah,
that song for Brandy.
yeah, yeah. Put that on everything.
Yeah,
That.
that's I ain't gonna lie, that Brandy song that
Yeah,
I can't stop listening to that song.
it's
But
funny you say Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight is definitely one of my favorite as far as like
dude,
writing. Even though
yeah,
he's maybe a trash parent, but as far as like the songs, dog,
yeah, yeah,
dude, like
yeah,
yeah,
his
man.
live. I'm gonna tell you something. If you ever hear him live,
yeah.
he's you like he sounds great on the track, but live even better. Like
Who,
he
bro? Who,
yeah, his
Brahma Knight?
range, Brahmin Knight.
Oh yeah.
He was he did one of those plays called Cheaper to Keeper at the Willett Hall like
Hmm.
a long time ago. Vivica Fox was there
Yeah.
and he was singing and stuff, man. And my
Mm.
cousin would tell you like his range. I mean, bro could really sing. I'm talking about like live,
Yeah. Yeah.
just as much as like studio. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And then going back to songwriting as far as people people's taste. You know,
Yeah.
we think of like Diane Warren. Diane Warren, she stuck to those
Mm,
ballads,
mm,
like "Unbreak My Heart."
mm.
So many songs I can't even think of right now.
Shit.
How do I live without you for Leanne
Mm,
Rhymes, uh, Whitney Houston, and all those
mm.
songs. It's like she stuck to her formula. You know, working with Dave
I'm.
Foster. You know,
You got to be
Uh,
super imaginative too, because
yeah.
like with Brian McKnight and talking about what song is that? Still in Love.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
still in
Still in
love.
saying?
love.
You gotta be like,
In love.
you gotta see them things, man. Like one last cry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You.
saying?
You know what? Like and one thing about that, man, is like you can see the influence
Yeah.
um from like who he listened to and stuff, but
Yeah.
he also gave you a little bit of Prince.
Hmm.
Um, what's the guy? Even what's his name? I should know his name. His daughter sings too, but he this is what's the guy
Eric
back in the
Benet.
day?
Oh, not
Not
Eric
Urban
Benet.
name, but Unforgettable.
Oh, Nat King Cole.
Yeah,
Oh,
like even down to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because his brother, you gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? His brothers in Take Six. He even did some songs with Take Six. He
yeah.
did songs with uh Boys the Men. He produced Let It Snow. I think he wrote Let It Snow too.
Yeah.
Like you like Rhyme Knight, he other than the parent thing, he's another underrated artist.
Hmm.
I
Oh
feel.
no,
I
Yeah.
know
he's definitely commissioned and like
who oh
Yeah.
Marvin
Winans.
Winans
Yeah.
influence because
especially special yeah.
Yeah.
Especially his first album. If you listen to his first album,
exactly
Hmm.
what I was gonna bring up.
it sounds like commission, and then he
Yeah.
has some Take Six in there
Yeah.
too. If you like
Yeah. The
if you
harmonies.
listen,
Yeah.
yeah, like if you like the artists that the groups we listen to, you're
Yeah.
gonna hear Winans, Commission, and Take Six,
Yeah. And
but
and
mostly
yeah.
Commission.
Yeah. And then the artists we talking about, Fred
Yeah,
Hammond and Brad McKnight, they didn't
yeah,
have to do they didn't have to do all these fancy runs and all this stuff. It was
right.
all about their tone. It's the
That
tone.
that's why
Fred Hammond, he does
yeah,
like the steel tone where he
yeah,
don't have to do all these crazy
right.
runs. Yeah.
But
His enunciation is crazy too, though.
Yeah.
Like his
Yeah.
like the way he pronounces certain things, you know, like the notes. He
Yeah.
like
right.
it's like almost like always singing to like these different tritones that he moves up to.
Oh
Uh
yeah.
huh.
So it's very different, and he'll
Yeah.
stay like it's kind of like what Samote does when he runs, and he'll
Yeah.
pick like these different notes in between, and you're like,
Hmm.
how
Yeah.
are you even thinking about this, bro? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you say about Brian McKnight will run his behind off now. Don't
Yeah.
get it twisted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
does.
He
Yeah,
would.
he
Yeah,
does. He does.
he has
Yeah.
moments where he go off, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but cause this the thing too. He listens to Commission, but I really believe he pays attention to um, especially two main people, Fred Hammond and Mitchell Jones.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people who listen to Commission, you're
Yeah.
gonna hear
Mitchell
Fred Hammond
Jones.
and Mitchell Jones. That's what
Especially Mitchell
Wanye.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wanye, definitely Mitchell Jones.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight is Mitchell Jones. What you mean?
Yeah. Brandon Knight is
No,
Mitchell Jones.
but
Yeah.
Wanye
Yeah.
too though. Wanye from Boys the Men. You
Yeah.
if you hear Wanye, like
Yeah.
Brian McKnight too. Brian
Yeah.
McKnight too.
Yeah. Why
But
is Mitchell Jones too? Yeah.
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 But Fred Hammond, like you hear Tank, because Tank was listening to John P. Key, Isaac
Yeah.
Curry, Laurel.
I heard John P. Key and Tank. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can hear, yeah,
Yeah.
you can hear that, especially like old Tank
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And every now and then too, like especially when
Yeah.
he harmonizes his voice
Yeah.
together.
Fred
But
Hammond too. Yeah. Fred Hammond.
but Fred
Like
Hammond,
Fred
remember you started
Hammond.
listening to Fred Hammond.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like Fred Hammond and John P. Key had a baby. Did V Tank.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna tell you something. Like
No Diddy. No Diddy.
no, yeah, no Diddy. But they're getting their flowers, man. But I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they're those two are very underrated, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Underrated for vocal.
Yeah.
Fred Hammond
Yeah.
and John P. Key.
Yeah. And so, where do y'all feel is more important as far as songwriting? Melody or lyrics?
Lyrics.
Melody.
Melody.
Um,
Okay.
sometimes the lyrics to a song will carry you through,
Hmm.
and
Mm.
you don't have to be like Kim Burrell where you just run it all over the place,
Yeah.
and then
Don't
you're
talk
like,
about Kim Burrell.
She gonna
"What
come up
song?
That's
here.
a
She gonna come
What
up here on the
song was
bottom
that
of
again?
yo.
What
Kim,
was
but
Yeah.
I'm
that
gonna tell
again?"
you something. I love Kim Burrell. Man, her. I don't care nobody. Like her
Yeah.
runs is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
such a thing as running too much, though.
Yeah.
There's such a thing.
but that's what inspired people like Brandy, Whitney.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just recently saw a new ranking. Shout out to Soul and Stereo YouTube
Mm-hmm.
channel. They did a ranking of Brandy albums, and they put B7 at the end, like the worstest album.
Oh,
And
what?
I kind of agree in a certain way as far as songwriting, because she didn't
Mm.
have LaShawn with her. Like she
Oh,
had
okay.
LaShawn like at the beginning of the process of the album,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
you can tell when Brandy kind of went on her own, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
because the lyric,
maybe in a songwriting sense, but
yeah,
the
yeah,
Yo,
harmonies.
I'm gonna tell
but
you.
but but her, vocally, that was one of her best albums. But as far as lyrics, it wasn't there to
Right.
me. Yeah,
She was definitely showing why she's the vocal Bible.
it was
Cause
just like
she,
showing like I'm still that, you know,
yeah.
and she
But
ain't
you
afraid to say it. She like I'm dope.
you know what's crazy though? With her intros in that remember she had different intros in that album.
Oh yeah,
Yo, her vocals, it felt like her vocals were underwater.
oh yeah,
Like they was
yeah,
going up and diving back into like it was like a
yeah.
dolphin.
All my
And
life,
I'm like,
yeah,
and you wanted the song to be like, why is this song gotta be short for it?
yeah, yeah.
But it was
But
the
I believe,
best 48
yeah.
seconds.
But I believe 211 was one of her best lyric albums.
Mm,
If y'all hear 211, that songwriting up there
yeah.
is good.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
be
she has,
honest with you.
You brought up
yeah.
Faith Evans earlier. Faith Evans' first album might be one of the best written albums like
Oh,
Mm, mm,
ever. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
the writing on that was just
I
amazing.
mm.
I do love that, but I will say, but keep the faith, keep the
Keep the
faith.
faith.
Yeah,
Caramel
keep the
kisses.
faith. Yeah, caramel. Come on now. What? I'll sound
Keep
like
the
Tank.
Faith was
What?
Keep the Faith was the one that had
Tabernacle.
Never Let You Go. Was that the one?
Caramel kiss.
Woo! Well, look. Faith Evans and 112,
Yeah,
especially on
Darian, yeah,
Darian, yeah, Jones.
dope writer.
Yo,
Yeah,
dope
yeah.
writer. Even when she did the on the first album, Thank You Lord,
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't know he was playing the piano behind that and singing behind
You
her.
talking about Duran?
Duran. Yeah, Duran. Yeah,
Yeah, Duran, yeah.
yeah.
But
You
yeah,
know he
but that's
wrote.
a
Yeah, you know he
uh,
wrote should have cheated for Keisha Cole. Keisha
wow, I
Cole's
didn't
song.
know.
Yeah,
See, wow,
yeah,
Oh
I didn't
man, he
know that.
wrote I'm a Player. What you mean?
yeah. What you say?
I said he wrote I'm a Player.
Oh yeah, yeah. That too.
I'm a player.
For the 112.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. 112, they need everybody back. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah. That two that two duet thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Like you can't
Yeah,
have
Now Mike's
112
not
without.
enough to carry. Yeah, as
yeah,
great as a singer
And,
Mike is,
hey,
Mike can't carry the
yeah. Mike can
and
112
carry
thing.
it. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you somebody too. We overlooking who can write and produce. Stevie J,
Oh yeah, yeah. He's underrated. Yeah,
underrated.
yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
Stevie
Yeah,
J, Stevie J, man,
yeah,
because he did
yeah,
the song "Crazy Over You,"
yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
one to
That's
yeah,
I'm
like
crazy over you. Yeah, I like that.
the
I
chords in
do.
that, and then
I
even the intros.
know. That's
Yeah,
church.
yeah, like the intros that he would have for them, even on
Yeah.
the first album.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
I'm
You
sound
know,
like Boosie. Come
even
on, man.
even Faith's first album, Stevie J was all over that too.
Right?
The Hitman. You know, they was dope.
Oh, I'm gonna tell. Oh, I'm gonna tell
Jada,
you another person.
Jada,
Yep,
Jada, yeah,
Jada,
Jada, yeah.
Mario Winans.
Oh yeah, Mario, yep,
Man,
yeah.
he from the Winans, man.
So like I asked Steve Darian, what is your process as far as songwriting? Where you get inspiration from?
Life experiences. Funny thing when you talk about melody though.
Yeah,
Normally, sometimes melodies will pop in my head, and
yeah,
I try to catch that while in the
yeah,
moment. Only problem
yeah.
is every time, sometimes I get these melodies,
Uh huh.
I'll get them like when I'm somewhere super random, and I
Yeah,
am nowhere near a studio.
yeah,
So
Mm,
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
learning to more so record everything that I do come up with,
mm,
yeah,
or at least
yeah,
try to get the melody down first, and
yeah,
then tab it
right,
from there.
yeah,
right,
yeah. I got so many voice recorders in my phone.
right.
when I was at work, during break, you try to remember those melodies, and then when you
Right.
get to your car, it's like you wish you still,
Oh,
most of
quick.
the times you hope you still have it. Yeah,
You you know what makes the melody so powerful though? Is that when you do a song or when you hear a song, a lot of times the melodies is going to start off first and
yeah,
then it's going to end the song.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have the songs where the artist is singing and then the song is,
hmm,
going down, but then you have the ones where then it goes just into the instrumentation.
yeah,
And then you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
the lyrics is the
yeah,
ingredients, or
yeah,
should I say the seasoning, should I say, but that foundation of that cake, man, is the
mm,
melody, man. Because
hmm,
I'm sorry, but there's some of my favorite songs, believe it or not.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
always know all the
yeah,
forgot some of the lyrics. I'm just gonna be honest
yeah,
with you.
yeah,
But the
yeah,
melody, I
yeah.
can't I
And I
know.
wanna I wanna ask a trivia question.
All
Uh,
right.
what was kind of the formula of like songwriters and producers in the late '90s, or
Mm,
I say '90s, to the late '90s? What was like
mm.
the formula as far as song structure? You feel that you hear throughout a lot of the hit songs. I know this is a difficult question. It may be a difficult question.
I'm trying to
Say
take a
that.
song
Say
for
that again.
example.
Yeah.
Is it
As
the
far as
hook
song,
first?
yep.
Say that
Yep.
again.
What you say, Darian?
I said, ask that again.
What was the formula that a lot of producers and songwriters used during the '90s and to the late '90s?
Um,
Yeah, I already answered it, but see if you can
Yeah.
answer it there.
Yeah, Steve already asked. I'm trying to see what he gonna say too.
mm, what the formula? Like what the first thing they try to come up with?
No, no, like the structure of the song. What formula did they use as far as like the hook, the verse, the
Oh,
bridge?
verse, hook, verse, hook, bridge.
Yeah, yeah, but without Steve had it though. Like the hook, like if you think of like "Can We Talk" or um,
Yeah,
just a lot of the Max
yeah,
Martin songs. I was
yeah.
thinking
Hmm.
Max Martin. He start off tearing up my heart when I'm with you. He
Right,
goes
right.
right. He goes right into
Yeah,
that hook because if you get them with the hook, they'll listen
right,
to the rest of the song. And
right.
so that's yeah.
That
So
and
like with yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's why it's called a hook. So I get you. I
that's
understand.
right. Cause they got you hooked. Like that's
yeah,
that's the thing. That's the thing you really gonna be singing anyway.
yeah,
Before
yeah,
anything, I mean, yes, you're gonna know the lyrics. Is eventually, you'll learn the lyrics, but that's the thing
yeah,
that you're gonna be like, oh, that's my jam. Like,
yeah,
what I'm saying, like that. You
yeah,
talk,
yeah,
man. The
yeah,
hook is like the fries, man. You know, like how
yeah,
they say at McDonald's. Well,
yeah, yeah,
shout out to McDonald's, but they say
yeah.
you're gonna
The
eat the
fries.
fries first before the burger.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
what I
saying?
do. Yeah, yeah. And so
Because the
like,
fries are hot. You don't want
yeah,
the fries to be cold. And that's the same thing with the hook. The hook we call it cold, but it's really hot. Because why? Because it's the very thing that's drawing you, hooking you. It's the thing that you're gonna remember the most
Yeah.
because it's the thing that keeps repeating.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have the verse and the hook. I mean, the
Mm.
verse and then the second verse, but then that hook keeps repeating back after
Yeah.
that bridge.
Yeah. And you know how Babyface did it though. How y'all think Babyface did it? If y'all listen to his songs, he 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 did the hook first, but he did it in a clever way.
Um,
That's how Babyface
I
did
ain't
it.
gonna say
Yeah.
did he play
Yep.
the
He
instrumentation first?
Yeah, yeah. He played the
Yep. Yeah,
instruments.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
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 You
I
got
know a little bit, okay? I know a little bit. I know something. I've been listening to music for a minute. I know
yeah,
something now.
yeah.
Come
You
on now.
you you got a good yeah. Yeah, he did. He played the melody, the hook, the melody of the hook first,
Yeah, yeah.
like they introduce the song, and then he
Now
go
I'm
to the
sitting here,
verse.
listening, thinking to
Yeah.
myself, I'm like,
You know
um,
what? You remember
Yeah.
when Music So
da-na-na,
Child? Yeah.
I'll give
Hey,
you everything. You know
th-
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
hey,
yeah, he
hey,
did.
Yeah. He did that.
and
Yeah.
you know who did that? Music Soul Child when he did. Y'all hear that song Benefits? I know you
Oh
heard it,
yeah.
James.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that instrumentation took, yeah,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, because it
Yeah.
was preparing you for like what's going to
For the
happen. Like you
song.
like, all right, like I'm
Yeah.
hyped
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm
So
saying?
Yeah.
so beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
come
Oh
on,
yeah,
man.
so yeah, true,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think people are losing the formula, and that's what's
yeah.
making songs kind of be like, oh, it's okay.
Well, that's because a lot of
Yeah.
songs are now just they barely get a hook. You get verse, hook, verse, and
Yeah.
it's like a 2 minute song because the
But I'm
attention
gonna tell
span is
you why that's
trash.
happening.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why is because people are more focused on people's attention spans
Yeah.
because
Yep.
the
Yeah.
music is constantly. You got so much music. You didn't have a lot of music like how it is before. Nowadays, it's just like streaming.
Yeah.
You gotta look for this stuff. You can look at it at your own leisure, but music is constantly so it's like they're trying to find something that's gonna grab your attention quick.
Yeah.
Hmm
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's a lot.
saying?
It's a lot like when you had the difference between. I don't want to do this too much, but with Drake and Kendrick, and people
Yeah.
kill Kendrick for how he releases songs compared to Drake always
Yeah.
Mm,
staying super active, and it's like,
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, did y'all forget? I mean, y'all are spoiled because Maxwell had an album like every 4 years, and then
Oh yeah.
D'Angelo. Don't even get me started on D'Angelo. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
But see,
you can't rush
his
that creative process, man.
no, you can't. You can't. But if your motivation is like everybody has a different motivation, but then you have the labels telling you got to do this or that, and you got to make money for the labels. But like somebody like Maxwell, if he's like he says, "Hey, listen, I have to live life more in order to create these songs,"
Yeah.
and that's true. You know what I'm saying, like that. And that's why someone like a Maxwell or D'Angelo is going to be here, and people still can't wait. Just like
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, we're still looking for detox
Yeah.
because because there's a cake that is still
I'm
being
not
put.
waiting no more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, if he
I
put
mess with
if
you.
he I know I love
I was
yeah.
thinking the same thing. I was like, hey man, my life has moved on. Detox was supposed to be out when I was in
Look,
high school.
look, by the time if detox ever have it, I'll do a setup. But I guarantee you I'll drop
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I would expect it. But no, I
Remember,
see what you're saying.
remember that little time where people was like, "Oh, this is the Dr. Dre leak song," like on YouTube,
Yeah.
and it was like, "This is
Well
this is some trash."
well you
You
well
you
you
remember when
I'm
people
gonna
was
tell you
waiting on a couple of
something.
days from Cameron, and
Oh
couple of
yeah.
days took a long time, like
Yeah.
from coming
But
home.
Oh yeah.
So it's the
Yeah.
same thing.
but
Yeah.
you remember that R. Kelly song
Oh.
that those songs that leaked?
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
some of the songs from his old like couple of like some years ago, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people still um
Hmm.
listen. The point of what I'm saying is that you have these songs now. Songs used to be 5 minutes. Now you got songs that are 2 minutes or less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to get your attention,
Yeah.
and they're treating it like a reels video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean that's why we need some of these new guys like Leon Thomas or Xavier
Yeah.
Omar. You know what I mean? I like these young
Yeah.
Thundercats that are coming up that are still
Right.
kind of holding on to that formula. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, even the full set right for Scissor. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
And shout out to
Masego
yeah.
is like
Oh yeah.
that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Elijah Blake too. He's a good songwriter.
Oh yeah. A lot. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
It's the
mean,
kid. Man, what was his name? Oh God, it just left me. Kevin Ross.
Oh yeah. Oh
oh,
yeah.
oh,
He's
Kevin Ross, facts.
oh yeah. He's
But you,
dope. Yeah.
you know what though? And I listen. What's your boy Devin Morrison?
Oh yeah. Devin Morrison. Yeah. People sleep on him. Yeah.
He got his own unique sound.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, like, but I'm gonna tell you though, like, when you like, I miss now you have artists that you can tell apart, but there used
Yeah.
to be a time where you really could tell apart artists. Like you
Yeah.
knew this was Gerald Levert, you knew
Yeah.
this was Johnny Gill, you knew
Yeah.
this was Blackstreet, you knew this was Drew Hill, you knew this was Cisco, you knew
Yeah.
this, all these people. But now it's like you have like so many people you got to pull apart.
Yeah.
And I think we are getting to a space where we are knowing that this
Mm.
person had this style and that, but we
Yeah.
still need to get back to the originality of things. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like really,
Yeah.
like if you're going to do this, do it, but make it how you want to make it. I know the
Yeah.
labels and stuff has a certain unique sound or a sound that people like to cater to. Okay, do that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But
Do
I
you
just
think
miss
it's
the
do y'all think it's because of saturation these days, like too many, or do you think it's just people just copying the trend?
I think it's a trend. For the
Yeah.
most part, I mean, I think people are trying to get back into or trying to balance the trend and be original. That's
Yeah.
why you have like trap music, and then you have chords, piano
Yeah.
chords that go with trap music,
Yeah.
but it's still
Yeah.
trap. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like,
It's just bad piano kid. I mean, bad church kids just on the
Yeah.
piano, like
well,
Metro
well,
Boomin. You
and
know what I mean?
that's the main thing. That's the main
Yeah.
thing. It's not. It's now. Listen. Now,
Yeah.
what's the girl name?
Zaytoven and all them. You know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people are from church. Listen, you got people that do still play from church, but they
Yeah.
still going with what the sound is.
Yeah.
Because if mainstream is playing this, they're like, okay, well, you know what? It's cool right now. Let me do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like
And
I
that's
can
what
make trap
JD
music. Yeah.
and that's what JD was talking about too. He's saying
Yeah.
it's not just like the church musician contributes to R&B, but they bring the soul to
Right.
the song.
Right.
So that's why they call it R&B and soul. I think we're missing the soul
But
to it,
see, when we
but I think it's a good thing now. It's kind of like a
yeah,
hybrid sound where
yeah,
it's like hip hop, pop, R&B all
yeah.
fused into one. Yeah,
Right. I mean, and I will say this, man. That's why you have, sections like on Spotify, 90s R&B, because
adult contemporary.
it's like
Yeah,
it's just like saying, hey, bring back Martin, bring back Family Matters.
yeah,
We're living in different times, and like it might be a show, but it's not gonna be Family Matters. Like
yeah,
that was there, and it will be there, and we'll appreciate Family Matters. But now we have a new generation. We have new uh uh everything is new. Nothing stays
yeah,
the same.
yeah,
So I see what you're saying. I guess what this music does, I appreciate it, but it made me appreciate the music that I was listening to, really, really appreciate it.
yes,
Because I realized there's a difference.
Yeah.
Now the people and I love today's music
Yeah. Yeah.
because even today's music is inspired by like the 90s, the 80s, 70s. But when I tell you, man, when I listen to mostly 90s and early 2000s,
Yeah.
because I realize, like, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Yeah.
I listen even like old stuff, like Tank. Like I like Tank's new stuff.
Yeah.
He has amazing music.
Yeah.
But I like to go back and listen to the old Tank. You know what I'm
Yeah. Sex,
saying?
love, and pain. Yeah.
Sex, Love, and Pain,
Yeah.
Slowly,
Yeah.
you
Force of
know,
nature. Yeah.
Force of Nature, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, because that was a time where competition was
Yeah.
at its highest. That was a
Yeah.
time where you knew that this artist
Yeah.
won't playing around. Not saying
Yeah.
they're not doing that now,
Yeah.
but now it's about, okay, I can do what this person's doing,
Yeah.
but I'm still going to give you my style. Whereas
Yeah.
back in the day it was like, no, this is my style, and um
Conforming.
I don't have to appeal to a trend and
Yeah.
show you that I
Yeah.
can do this,
Yeah.
because you already knew that that person won't play it anyway.
Yeah.
You, if anything, you would be like, dang, I wonder
Yeah.
if he did this, how it would sound. But I
Yeah.
like how his sound is now because
Yeah.
it's like nobody else's. And he was
Yeah.
in. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, and being an A&R now is different from then. Like
Yeah,
A&R, they look for like uniqueness, and they had like a battle war over artists. Like you ain't taking
right.
this artist, or this
Yeah,
label will charge more for this
yeah,
artist just for the artist to
yeah.
go over there. I think it's a
But
different competition these days over like who
but
has the most
yeah,
followers on TikTok. You know,
yeah.
it's different. Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
But what I think one thing too though, um, fellas, is that when you do listen to like Tank, Joe, and they could show you, hey, listen, um,
yeah,
my music can sound mainstream but still be my style. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like that. I think just like when Tank did the what is it, that EP, and
yeah.
he did
While
the
we
Justin
wait.
Timberlake. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
the
no, what's
something about love. I forgot what it
yeah.
was. Yeah,
But
I know
he
you're
did
talking about.
cover songs. Like clearly, I'm gonna tell you, he made all of that his own.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
he won't just singing on
yeah,
somebody else's song. He made it his own.
yeah.
And I think that's what he's trying to do, because there's people, let's be honest, there's people
Wish you
who
were
are
mine. EP. That's what it was.
yeah, wish you
Something
was
like EP.
mine. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think people are trying to this generation saying, listen, yeah, we can fuse hip hop and R&B because we have been doing that. But it's
yeah,
really hip hop. I mean, it's trap and soul. Kind
yeah.
of like
And
yeah.
I think Jay Valentine was smart, a smart manager. You know,
Uh-huh.
really steering Tank into that area
Right,
because
yeah.
I believe like after I would say now or never.
Hmm.
This is how I feel. He kind of changed a little bit, but I
Yeah.
think now or never was his last like R&B
Yeah.
type
Right.
album.
Yeah,
But when
yeah,
he
yeah.
yeah yeah, but I think when he got to When We and Savage album, well, Sex, Love, and Pain too. I think that's when he changed his
Well,
sound. Yeah,
the Sex, Love, and Pain song,
yeah,
like he definitely went crazy on that, and he went crazy on all the other songs. But yeah, like that's
yeah,
he had that R&B
yeah,
song going, and I think and this is the thing too. This is what I appreciate about Tank. Tank can still have like the songs that had like that definitely appeal to the younger audience,
yeah.
but he never runs away from how he
The
does
core
things. He
fans.
never, yeah, like,
Yeah,
right. He's still gonna let you know, hey, listen, I'm still from the church. You can
yeah,
take me out the church, but you can't take the church out of me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's why his interludes be so dope. Like when you talk about who has the
yeah,
best interludes, you thinking about Faith Evans, 112, Tank.
yeah, yeah,
Like their interludes should, like, people like say, yo, this should
yeah,
have been a freaking whole song.
yeah. And people sleep on Cisco first album too.
Devontae Swing Kids.
Oh yeah, Devontae Swing. Oh, we forgot we forgot all about Devontae Swing. We went this whole hour without Devontae Swing.
We forgot about him. I'm sorry,
We
Devontae.
forgot. We forgot.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. He he when he did that song for Usher, Whisper,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
man,
Yeah.
he don't get enough credit, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can hear Devontae Swing in Tank's, like when Tank produces, you can
Yeah,
hear
you can hear,
Devontae
yeah,
Swing. Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
definitely like, you know what I'm saying, mentions him too. But yeah, you can
Yeah.
hear with that that synthesizer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Like
something.
you
I'm gonna
hear it
tell
in
you
your head now.
something. One of the when he did Sex, Love, and Pain, and he went to that bridge,
Uh huh.
crazy. But when he
Yeah.
between that and the Can I intro,
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Stevie J is a baby. It's Devontae too. Stevie J.
When he oh yeah 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 yeah
Yeah.
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 Even though he had the he,
Yeah.
I heard he
uh,
stepped up to
yeah.
him. But you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you something.
Yeah.
Devontae definitely, I really believe, like really like push the greatness to like them like out of them. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
they're like, yo, like if it wasn't for like
There's a negative and
Devontae,
a positive with Devontae. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's
yeah,
some negatives that
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
definitely, but there are some positives he pulled out from. That
right,
sometimes with creation, a little
right,
crazy comes out.
Yeah.
It really just depends on how
right,
you channel that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
right.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
like, one thing about it, I think he made all of them like battle or go against each other,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
like and that just goes with what we were talking
That
about, the
made him better though.
competition. That's
Yeah.
what made them better, right? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why, like, when you hear like Genuine,
Missy. Yeah.
like Missy,
Timberland,
and let's be clear, Whit, not Whitney, shout out to Whitney, but
all
Missy,
those is Ted is
Devontae.
Devontae kids
yeah,
and not no we can't forget about Teddy now.
Yeah.
Uh
Teddy. Yeah.
oh
uh
for sure, no,
Yeah.
heck no,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
or even Aaron Hall.
And we can't forget about Bernard Bell. Y'all know Bernard Bell. He wrote. He
Oh,
he wrote. Remember the time? He wrote a lot of the
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He
Uh-huh.
wrote a lot of Timmy Gatlin. Timmy Gatlin wrote a lot too.
Sheesh.
that Virginia
Sheesh.
pipeline, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But in closing, I'm about to get off in a little while. But what's some things to, you know, what the last words, to inspire, songwriters that might, tune in to this show. What inspiration would you give them as far as songwriting?
don't rush and do what's best for you and um what makes you is gonna separate you from everybody else.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
Um,
yeah. That's some good words. Yeah,
also, and I try to encourage myself too, because I'm like one of those people where I'll write something and I won't finish it.
yeah,
Um, but I will say this too. Um, don't be afraid to fail.
yeah,
Because there are songs that have been written where definitely it could be different words. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? That's why, like, sometimes an artist will sing something and you won't even know it, but sometimes they might even accidentally sing another word or say another word, but
yeah,
because they didn't let it show,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid, have fun with it,
yeah,
and and look at songs that may not be been the best song, and realize that people love it. So if one person love it, can you
Yeah.
imagine other people love it? But as long as you love it.
Yeah. And I'll say myself, don't fight what you feel the first time.
Mm,
You Cause I recently I wrote a song and I was like, it was a clever line, but I was
uh-huh.
like, no, I don't think they're gonna like it. But
Right,
it was something in me said, just put it down, and so I just
right.
put it down. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, just stick with your
See,
first, your
right.
first thought, because sometimes that first thought may be the best one.
Mm,
Don't fight it. Yeah,
preach.
yeah. So
Well,
The stuff that you put down ain't stupid. It may be
yeah,
stupid to you going back
yeah,
to it, but
yeah,
somebody else it
you
may be
you
something different.
you know what's crazy? And I always try to refer to music like movies. You know how you see a movie
yeah. You broke
that
up,
the
Steve.
book was oh huh.
Oh, it's good now.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm saying that or like they'll say like this is the worst movie I've seen, or they'll try to compare the book with the
yeah,
movie. And a lot of
yeah,
times the book is better than the movie because of
yeah.
how it's written. But
Details. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, now the lady who did, I never seen 50 Shades of Grey, but the lady who wrote 50 Shades of Grey used to write it on her tablet every time. And
yeah,
people that would critique to her said she has poor writing. She don't know how to write.
yeah,
Okay, she don't know how to write and all that stuff. But she did not let that hinder her from continuing to write what it is she wanted to write. She ended up writing 3 books, and this woman, I think, almost became a billionaire. So what I'm saying is that write, like you said, write of what you feel, because somebody's going to say something. You could take you could Purple Rain,
yeah,
people love, but I
yeah,
guarantee you there was somebody that may not have liked it at first, or may
yeah,
or that might not even be their favorite song,
yeah.
but it's
And that's
still a
a
great song.
and that's how Prince knocked out so many songs. Like he got so many songs in the vault.
Right,
It's like he just went with the
right,
emotion. He was like, he told his engineer, I don't care how this drum sound. I just trying to put it down because I want
right,
this. I don't want to
right.
lose this thought that I have at the moment because of just a certain drum choice.
Yeah,
Producers try to go through all
yeah,
these to find the perfect kick,
yeah.
the perfect snare,
You
but you just lay it down.
you know what's crazy, and maybe this is not the right example,
Yeah,
but it's just like the Bible. You know,
yeah,
people you have all these different versions.
yeah.
Why can't we just go with the King James? Now we got
Well,
NIV.
well,
You know, you got English Standard.
yeah,
What makes the English Standard different from the King James? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
they're rewording something, but they're saying the
yeah.
same thing.
And that is a good example because one word one word can change a whole song from a flop to a smash.
Right. And
Like
Jesus
yeah, yeah,
Jesus' words was in red. But
yeah,
you imagine somebody don't like, oh well, what he was
yeah,
saying was
yeah. Cause like Lil John said with goodies, it used to be called cookies,
oh
and they were like
right.
no, that's corny. And so Sean Garrett and Sierra went in back and said goodies, and it changed
Yeah.
it to a hit.
Hey,
So
it's just like Shake It Fast. We know that's the edited version.
yeah. But
It's what
yeah,
I'm saying is
yeah,
that
yeah,
we're every listen,
yeah,
every song,
yeah,
if it just put the lyrics down.
yeah,
If it's not being critiqued, then it's not worth, if it's not worth dissecting.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's not worth paying no attention to,
yeah,
because guess what? That lets me know that a song has life.
yeah, yeah.
You
And
know
it's
what I'm
all
saying?
about
If
and it's all
yeah,
about conversation too. Yeah,
yeah, it brings
yeah,
conversation. You want conversation because conversation keeps
yeah.
the importance of the song that you've written.
And that's why confessions was so important or so
Mm-hmm.
big because of
Right.
conversation. They were like, is he talking about himself or he talking about
Right.
somebody else? And we found out it was JD situation.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Cause yeah. Right.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's still, and you know, it's crazy. Sometimes it still feels like it's still
Usher.
um
Yeah.
Usher,
Yeah. With
because he
Chili. Yeah.
made the song, even
Yeah.
though it was about JD, but the song, it sounded like, because
Usher.
Usher put so much into this
Yeah.
song,
Yeah.
like it's no different than when you see an actor and the actor play the role so well that you
Yeah.
start to hate the actor or appreciate
Oh
the
yeah.
actor because he wasn't actually
Yeah.
acting. He
Being the
was
person.
the, yeah, he was
Yeah.
being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Clifton Powell, he always played a bad guy, and so
Right.
people think he's like that for real. But
Right.
yeah. But I'm gonna try to do these songwriting Q&As. I wish, hopefully more people come in next time with questions. But
Right.
hope I try to do this every Sunday and Wednesday just
Yeah,
to
man.
get people's input. So, whenever y'all want to join, I appreciate y'all
Okay.
for coming up here.
That's
So
cool.
Yes,
hope y'all have a
sir.
good one. And I'll
You too,
talk to
All
man.
right.
You
y'all.
too.
Peace,
God
y'all.
bless
All
both
right.
of y'all.
All right,
All
fellas.
right, peace.
All
All
right.
right. All right. I appreciate my friends, my bros, Steve and Darian, for being up here. Try to do, like I said, every Sunday and every Wednesday. Do this songwriting Q&A. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time. All right. Peace.